Thank you all for coming out this afternoon. On behalf of the Barbon family, they would like to thank you all for attending this special day. Special thank you to all of those that have come out from out of town and made the trip for this day as well. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mark Lowen. I will be your MC for the afternoon. I had the incredible honor of calling Debbie Barbon not only my friend, co-worker, she was my work mom. Today we're gathered here to honor, share memories, foster connections, express our gratitude, and celebrate the remarkable life of Debbie, who touched our hearts in so many ways. I first met Debbie 27 years ago in 1997 when she started working together at Columbia Cabinets. From the very beginning, it was clear that she was someone special. Debbie had the unique ability to make everyone feel welcome and valued. In Debbie's early days at Columbia, she was one of our sales associates working with customers and eventually working together with Robert Simpson in our builder division. During this time, we were introduced to the famous Debbie cookies. There is nothing better than coming to work in the morning and having a freshly baked box of cookies, the chocolate chip melting in your hand, and the flaxseed stuck in your teeth for the next few hours. In 2001, Debbie decided to leave Columbia Cabinets and pursue another employment. Fortunately for all of us, it was a career path that did not last long, and a year later, she returned to us at Columbia. In the following years, Debbie transitioned to becoming one of our customer service specialists. This was a position that Debbie excelled at. The care, the attention that she gave to the dealerships was amazing. We have several people here today. That had the pleasure of working together with Debbie and making lasting friendships. As a customer service specialist, it's not all work that happens. Designers like to share and talk about family life, good times and tough times. She was there to listen, to support her designers, building relationships. Debbie was more than just a coworker. She was a confidant, a mentor, a true friend. She had a way of knowing exactly what to say when you were having a tough day. Her generosity, kindness, and unwavering support were a source of strength for many of us. We had many great times at work and opportunities to be together outside of work as well, to travel, to visit dealerships that she worked with, or to go to Las Vegas to attend trade shows. Another event was our golf tournament, where one year she accidentally hit Tyler with a golf ball. In 2016, Debbie was part of a group of our employees who had the opportunity to go to Guatemala, to a children's orphanage where they engaged with the children's assisted homes for families. We may see some of those pictures a bit later. In one of these pictures, Debbie's smile with a group of children is so incredibly genuine. Is Debbie's true nature, willing to help. Debbie would start her day at walking into the office every morning at 7:45, greeting her fellow employees on her way to her desk. At the end of the day, she would say goodnight to the ladies in the package department. These simple gestures left a lasting impression on so many. As we celebrate Debbie's life today, let's remember the countless ways she made our lives richer. Let's hold on to the laughter, the lessons, the love she shared freely. Though Debbie may no longer be with us here, but she is here with us in spirit. Her spirit will live on in the memories we cherish, the stories we tell. There will be an opportunity a bit later for anyone that would like to share. Thank you, Debbie, for being a shining light in our lives. You will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. At this time, I'd like to ask Sean and Tyler to come up to deliver the eulogy.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to join in the celebrating the love and life of Debbie Barbon. For anyone who does not know me, my name is Sean. I'm the oldest of Debbie and Ron's 3 children. I'm joined today by my brother Tyler with the intention of sharing some memories and thoughts of ours about our mom. Let me first say, looking around this room today says more than the 2 of us could ever say about how wonderful, caring, and unique our mom was. There's so many people here today that clearly loved my mom, and my mom loved, and that says more than we ever could. Tyler's a little bit later on is going to recognize a very few of the people here today, and while we would love to point out every single person that mom held dear, it would take a lifetime. We'd be here, we'd have to address everyone in this room. We would like everyone to know that you are special to our mom, and we are grateful for the ways you've made her life beautiful for her. Our mom was always our champion and pushed us to work hard and overcome challenging tasks. And during her final weeks with us, she gave Tyler and I one final challenge that I don't think she realized was near unachievable. This was that task. We are up here today, up here together in an attempt to share a glimpse at the beautiful soul of our mother, but we're also doing so knowing it's a monumentous undertaking, as she was truly a person beyond description to all who knew her. I can say with utmost certainty that this room is full of people who have a warmth in their hearts when they find themselves remembering a moment with Debbie. And in retrospect, daunting as it is trying to relate just how amazing our mom is, we really don't have to say anything. She laid the groundwork for us by spending a lifetime showing all of you what a beautiful soul she has and letting you all know just how much she loved you. In fact, she got that so right that there's no way that Tyler and I can get this wrong today. We are here today, husband, sons, grandchildren, friends, and family, to celebrate the life of Debbie and all that she meant to all of us. Debbie Frances Lloyd was born November 19th, 1957 in Vancouver, the first child of Red and Frankie Lloyd, and eventually big sister to Rhonda, Billy, and Barb. She grew up in Nanaimo, ultimately moving to New Westminster while in high school. There she met Ron, and they started dating. As my dad tells it, they were both assigned separate lockers, but he quickly moved into hers, putting his single notebook in with her stacks of notebooks and textbooks. Clearly this arrangement worked for them, and they started building their lives together. They married in 1977, having 3 children, myself, our sister Lisa, and Tyler. For those of you count fingers right now, I will help you out. Mom was 20 years old, and my dad was 21 when they got married. My mom was the most amazing mother anyone could ever ask for. She nurtured and guided us through life and always supported us with her whole heart. When Tyler and I played football as kids, she was at every game, volunteered countless hours, and eventually even became vice president of the community football team. She took me to get my driver's license and let me drive home. We saw some friends on the way home, and I may have bounced off the curb waving at them. But she took me driving again that night, even though I'm sure it scared the shit out of her. Eventually, grandchildren arrived, and our mom's purpose on this earth became undeniable. Mom was the definition of love to all our kids. Whenever we were together for family dinner, you could always find mom cuddling one of the or many of the grandchildren on the couch. She wanted every moment an experience with your grandchildren. Baking cookies, going on hikes, going on the tube behind the boat at Horsefly, and even whitewater rafting. All her grandkids feel pure love for her, and the impression she has made on them will be carried all their lives. When her sister Lisa passed away, Mom was in Italy on a once-in-a-lifetime trip with friends. When Mom got the devastating news that no parent should ever get, her focus was only on getting home to her family to be there for us. She was in Tumbler Ridge comforting her granddaughters, Ash and Grace, 2 days later, and making sure that even in the hardest of circumstances, they were surrounded and protected by her love. Through the best times of our lives and through the worst of them, she was the constant guiding light of morality, compassion, and unconditional love. She was the one we always wanted to share our triumphs and seek her comfort when we failed. The hardest moments since losing Mom for me have come when my instinct to share something with her happens quicker than my realization that I have to do that differently now. In the days after her passing, we went to Cultus Lake as a family with all the grandkids. I took a picture of all the children together sharing in the joy and comfort of family, and my immediate instinct was to send it to Mom so she'd know we were okay. Those are the moments that catch me off guard, and I suspect we're all experiencing them right now. But I realize she sees our joys, she sees our love for one another, and she knows we will be all right. Mom's lifetime of lessons have shaped those around her and improved their lives in countless ways. All the best parts of who I am come from my mom and her extraordinary example.
Thank you, Sean. To start, I just want to say, over the years, as you and I have grown up and made our own families, I viewed us as more like contemporaries. And over the past few weeks and months, you've been our rock. I'm reminded you're my big brother, my leader. Thank you to everyone for being here. This is truly amazing. It's not surprising knowing who my mom was, but I'm still in amazement. And thank you for being there for her over the past few months. My mom was blessed to have so many amazing friends in her life. She valued you all and genuinely loved the relationships she's built over the years. I want everyone to know that my mom wasn't afraid. She accepted the unfair hand she was dealt and faced it head on. If she did have any fears, she was incredibly brave. She never shared that with us. Very typical of my mom, she was apologetic knowing that she wouldn't be with us much longer. She always put her family before herself. When Mom found out her remaining time with us was going to be limited, she immediately set on a path to finish as many quilts as she could. That was her final gift for us to remember her by. She worked tirelessly to complete them. She was so weak in the end, she had to use 2 hands to lift her iron. She kept going until she couldn't anymore. We all know it meant so much to her to be able to make them for the people she loved around her. Emily, thank you for helping her see that through. You were such a great friend to her. She talked about you all the time. My mom enjoyed her time with friends and family so much. As she got sick, she enjoyed her visits to Colombia to see the people she had formed bonds with over the years. She often told me how loved she felt. One day, I picked her up from a visit there, and she explained to me how she was sitting and visiting when Trevor Wilcox, who she described as a tough man, came up behind her, hugged her, and kissed her on the back of the head. I know this is just one of the many instances of the things that gave her comfort. It amazed me to see her, frail as she was, with a heart so full of love and appreciation for the people around her. Mark, thank you for being here for our family today. I wrote down that I don't know if my mom was your work mom or your work sister. I know now. What I do know is you were family to her and she loved you. Cousin Lee and all the Patchets, my mom admired you and your family so much. Thank you for being there with us through this. There's no proper words to say how much you mean to us. Auntie Rhonda, thank you for being there for my mom. You meant so much to her and she was so proud of you. Auntie Mary, you're the beacon for us all. Your wisdom, kind-hearted ways, and ability to see the good in every person and every situation is something we all strive to emulate. Thank you for everything you have done for my mom and our family. There's no words that will do justice the impact you have on the world around you. Gundy and Steph, you're the matriarchs of our family now. Sean and I are so fortunate to have you. Please continue to take care of our family and us sometimes stubborn, sometimes fragile men. To the grandkids, Adam, Rosalie, Dominic, Sarah, Andre, Emma, Grace, Ash, and Parker, your grandma loved you so much. You were her world. She looked so forward to spending time with you all, individually or together as a family. She beamed with pride over all of you. When you're down and missing your grandma, take some time for yourself, wrap one of her quilts around you, and know that she's still with you always. Dad, near the end, Mom told me, she proudly told me, how safe and cared for you made her feel. I'm awestruck by your devotion to Mom and our family. From high school sweethearts to 51 years later, seeing her to the other side. None of us can truly know the bond that you and Mom shared. You're a role model to us all. If I know my mom, all she would want from us here today is to celebrate her. Her time spent here with us was filled with love, enjoyment, and fulfilled dreams. She was taken too early, and it wasn't fair. While she had to say goodbye for now to all of us, on the other side, she was welcomed by Lisa, Uncle Leo, Grandma and Grandpa, Nona and Nono, to a place where there is no pain and no fear, a place filled with peace, understanding, and comfort. Once again, thank you to everyone for being here, being a part of her life. Please enjoy the slideshow. Take some time to admire her quilts. We welcome you to share stories, memories of my mom, have a drink, and celebrate her. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean and Tyler. At this time, I'd like to ask Auntie Mary and Rhonda to come upstairs, up front, and share some memories.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this, right?
You're gonna help me. Okay, great.
Auntie Mary and I are here to read the memories of their grandchildren. So, I will start. Adam's memory of Grandma. Hold on. Pancakes for breakfast after we had a sleepover and letting me help make them. She was never mad at me. She always had kind voice and a nice smile. I really loved my quilt from my grandma. Whew.
It's okay.
Fist pump. Good one. Andre. My favorite memory is getting foot massages from Grandma. I never got one of those. What I love about Grandma is that she would always put others first.
That's a nice one.
Oh, I'm doing good. Ash. Lots of movie nights with Mom and Grace. I love these moments and will forever miss them. Late nights coming home and being as quiet as we could, though we probably did wake No up before falling asleep. Rosie. I don't know what to say because everything was amazing about her.
Grace, asking her if she knew specific songs I was newly obsessed with. Long car drives to Chilliwack to see family and all the conversations we had in the car, the hikes we went on, her always being encouraging to me and giving advice. Sarah. One thing at Horsefly, we were sitting on the dock playing a game where we had to say one thing we liked about each other. When Grandma had to say something about me, she started crying and said she loved it when we baked together. I loved baking with her. Dominic. I was always excited to go for sleepovers at Grandma's house. We would watch movies together and she made the best food. I remember the Christmas I got my first quilt. Grandma said she had one more gift for me and brought it to me wrapped in plastic. I was so excited. I'll keep it forever. Emma. One summer in Horsefly, we were sitting on the dock and there was a halo of light around her head from the sunset. I knew I'd have trouble with this one. I remember thinking that my grandma can't be a real person and that she must be an angel because no real person can be that loving and kind and purely good. Anything I said I liked was never forgotten. If I told her I liked crepes she made for breakfast, she would make crepes for breakfast every morning because she cared enough to remember what each of her grandkids loved and did her best to make it happen for them. Thank you, kids, for sharing all these memories with us. That's so beautiful. I just have a little thing here. If I can quit shaking. To our dear Deb, we are so grateful to you for all your love, your light, and your hugs that you brought with you always, and for teaching us in these past weeks that you can never say I love you too much. We love you so. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll just begin our slideshow now. What an amazing life Debbie lived. Thank you, family, for sharing those memories with us. At this time, I'd like to ask if anyone has any stories, special memories that they'd like to come up and share with all of us.
Hi, I'm one of Debbie's oldest grandchildren, Ash. When she was sick, one of the fondest memories I have is quickly getting ready before school, brushing my teeth, taking my meds on an empty stomach, all kinds of stuff that I would deal with later. And I would pack my bag right before, about 20 minutes before we were supposed to leave, because we would always leave around 7:50. For those 20 minutes, Mama was asleep or awake, usually awake. She wanted to always be able to say goodbye to us before we left. And in those moments when she was laying in her bed, I would dart in, say good morning, ask how she was, and she would do the same. I would then lay down on No-No side of the bed and just hold her hand, ask if she had any dreams, all the stuff that I would do, and we would talk for the next 20 minutes. Even during those minutes and however long it was, she always wanted to know that I was okay. She always made sure that I would have a good day at school. She made sure that if I have a test or something, she would say, "You're gonna do great, you're gonna do awesome," and all sorts of stuff. And it just showed that even during those moments, she really, really did care to check in on me, because she knew how hard everything was after losing my mom and now this. And I'll forever cherish those moments. I'll forever miss those moments. And today I'm wearing one of her blouses, so for me it feels like she's giving me a big hug. While I'm sobbing and everything, it feels like she's here just hugging me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that really important memory for me.
Okay, I'm doing this. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm Ash's twin sister. I'm also one of Debbie's grandchildren, if that wasn't obvious. First of all, like, wow, like I wasn't expecting so many. Like, I mean, I was expecting like a ton of people to show up, but like so many people. Like, I'm sure like lots of you know me, but I don't know you. But yeah. Yeah. I don't even know why they sent me up here. Yeah. At the beginning of the slideshow, there was a song I played. It's called "Harvest Moon" by Neil Young, if you guys know it. And for me, that's one of my favorite songs. It was kind of like my grandma and I's song. Like we would listen to it sometimes, and I remember when she was in hospice, she became nonverbal, really. Like she was just so sick and stuff. She wasn't really in the mood to talk. And so one day, when things were really tough, I was the only one in the room, and I took my phone and I put on Harvest Moon for her. And during one of the choruses, it says, I don't even know. It's like something, I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon, and it has like the lady singing or whatever. And so I remember just placing the phone on my grandma's pillow, and even as she was sick and not talking, she still moved her head and kind of swayed to the beat. I don't know. She really loved that song, and I feel like it was very special for her. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's more of you guys that have stories. I'll share one quickly. Debbie had the most amazing smile when we were at work. She could light up a room just with that smile. Some of you may or may not know, Debbie did have a bit of a potty mouth on her. On many occasions, she was quite willing to tell me where to go, but she did it with a smile on her face, and I felt the love. So. We'll keep the mic open here. For those of you that do want to come up, please, I encourage you to share some stories. If not, share them amongst yourselves. There's refreshments on the side. There's some snacks. Please have something. If you want to come up, I encourage you, please do come up and share a story.
Help yourselves, please visit amongst yourselves. The bar will be open pretty soon if you guys want to beverage than what I do. Please be comfortable, please visit. Thank you all for coming.